Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or struggled to recall the name of someone you just met? It happens to all of us, but as we get older, these little lapses in memory can feel frustrating or even a little scary. The good news is that your brain is like a muscle. The more you use it and care for it, the stronger it stays. Today, we're going to talk about simple, everyday habits that can keep your mind sharp, improve your memory, and help you stay mentally agile well into your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Because let's be honest, what's the point of living longer if we're not able to fully enjoy it? A healthy brain means more independence, better conversations, and the ability to keep doing the things you love. Now, before we get into the practical steps, let's take a moment to appreciate just how powerful the human brain really is. It's constantly changing, rewiring itself, and even creating new brain cells, a process called neuroplasticity. That means that no matter your age, you can improve your memory, focus, and overall brain health. You're not stuck with what you have. You have the power to strengthen your mind, starting right now. So, let's dive into the first key to maintaining a sharp mind: staying curious. You know how kids are always asking, why? 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 That curiosity is what helps them learn so quickly. But as we grow older, we sometimes stop asking questions. We settle into routines. We watch the same TV shows, talk to the same people, and do the same activities. While there's nothing wrong with comfort, our brains thrive on new challenges. The simplest way to keep your brain engaged is to learn something new every day. It doesn't have to be complicated. Maybe you read a book on a topic you've never explored before. Maybe you pick up a new hobby: gardening, painting, even learning a few words in another language. Studies have shown that lifelong learning helps keep the brain strong and even reduces the risk of dementia. So, what's something new you've always wanted to try? Now, another habit that can make a huge difference in your brain health is movement. You might think exercise is just for the body, but it's one of the best things you can do for your brain. When you move, whether it's walking, dancing, or even stretching, your body pumps more oxygen to your brain, which helps it function better. Even a simple 20-minute walk can boost memory and improve focus. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be intense. If you're not a fan of the gym, that's completely fine. The key is to move in a way that feels good to you. Maybe it's gardening, playing with your grandkids, or just walking around the house while listening to your favorite music. The important thing is to keep your blood flowing and your brain active. Now that we've talked about keeping your brain curious and moving, let's touch on something that often gets overlooked: social connection. Have you ever noticed that after a great conversation, you feel energized? That's because social interaction is like a workout for your brain. Talking, laughing, and even debating ideas help keep your mind engaged and sharp. It's easy to let socializing slip as we get older, especially if we're retired or living alone. But staying connected is one of the best ways to protect your memory. Even a simple phone call to a friend, joining a club, or chatting with neighbors can make a difference. If you ever feel isolated, remember, your brain thrives on connection, and reaching out, even just a little, can go a long way in keeping your mind strong. Now that we've explored some powerful ways to keep your brain engaged, let's continue with even more simple but effective habits that can help you stay sharp for years to come. One of the most underrated but powerful habits for brain health is something we all do: sleep. Yet, as we get older, quality sleep can feel harder to come by. Maybe you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning, or feeling groggy in the morning. It's frustrating, but here's why sleep is so important for your brain. While you rest, your brain is actually hard at work, processing memories, clearing out toxins, and repairing itself. Think of sleep like a cleaning crew that comes in at night to tidy up everything you learned and experienced during the day. If you don't get enough quality sleep, your brain doesn't have time to organize those memories properly. That's why you might feel forgetful or have trouble concentrating after a bad night's sleep. So, how can you improve your sleep? A good place to start is with a relaxing bedtime routine. Try to avoid screens, like TV, phones, or tablets, at least an hour before bed. The blue light from these devices tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, making it harder to fall asleep. Instead, try reading a book, listening to calming music, or practicing deep breathing. Keeping a consistent sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up at the same time each day, can also make a huge difference. And let's talk about another brain booster, nutrition. Your brain needs the right fuel to function at its best. Have you ever noticed that after a big, heavy meal, you feel sluggish? That's because your food directly impacts your brain's ability to focus, remember, and process information. So, what should you eat to keep your brain sharp? Foods rich in healthy fats, like salmon, nuts, and olive oil, are great for brain function. Leafy greens, berries, and whole grains help keep blood flowing to the brain, improving memory and focus. And one of the best things you can do? Stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can make your brain feel foggy, so keep a water bottle nearby throughout the day. Now, let's shift to something that might surprise you, your mindset. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'm just getting old, my memory isn't what it used to be"? The way you think about your brain actually influences how well it functions. If you constantly tell yourself that memory loss is inevitable, your brain starts to believe it and stops trying as hard. But research shows that a positive attitude about aging can actually slow down cognitive decline. Instead of worrying about what you might forget, focus on all the things your brain is still capable of. Challenge yourself with puzzles, crosswords, or even learning a new skill. It's never too late to grow and improve. Your brain is far more adaptable than you might think, and a small shift in mindset can go a long way. We've covered some incredible ways to strengthen your brain, from keeping it curious and active to getting enough sleep, eating right, and maintaining a positive mindset. Now, let's look at a final key ingredient to lifelong brain health, something that often gets overlooked but is just as important as everything we've discussed so far. And that key ingredient is social connection. You might not realize it, but your relationships play a huge role in keeping your brain sharp. Have you ever had a conversation that made you think in a new way, or a good laugh with an old friend that left you feeling refreshed? That's your brain firing on all cylinders. Social interaction keeps your mind engaged, challenges your thinking, and even helps prevent cognitive decline. In fact, studies have shown that people who stay socially active tend to have better memory and mental sharpness as they age. When you engage in conversations, your brain has to listen, process information, and respond, all at once. It's like a workout for your mind, strengthening those neural connections and keeping them from weakening over time. But staying social doesn't mean you have to be the life of the party. It's all about meaningful connections. Maybe it's calling an old friend for a chat, joining a club, or even learning something new in a group setting. Volunteering is another great way to stay mentally engaged while making a difference in your community. The key is to stay connected in a way that feels natural and enjoyable for you. Another brain-boosting habit that's easy to overlook? Movement. Physical activity isn't just good for your body, it's one of the best things you can do for your brain. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights. Even simple activities like walking, dancing, or stretching can make a big difference. Exercise increases blood flow to the brain, delivering oxygen and nutrients that help improve memory and focus. Think of it this way, your brain is like a garden, and movement is the water that keeps it thriving. Without enough activity, your brain can become sluggish, just like a plant without water. But when you move regularly, you're giving your brain exactly what it needs to stay sharp. And here's something really interesting, movement doesn't have to be just about exercise. Activities that combine movement with mental engagement, like learning a new dance, playing a sport, or even gardening, provide an even bigger boost. They challenge your brain and body at the same time, keeping you agile in every sense of the word. So, if you want to keep your mind strong for years to come, remember this, your brain needs stimulation, rest, the right fuel, a positive mindset, social connection, and movement. Small, daily habits can have a huge impact over time. It's never too late to start, and every little step counts. Your brain is capable of so much more than you might think. No matter your age, you can strengthen it, challenge it, and keep it sharp for years to come. So, why not start today? Try one of these brain-boosting habits and see how it makes you feel. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on staying sharp, healthy, and happy at any age. Here's to a strong mind and a vibrant life, because you deserve it.